In this video, we are going to create Azure Machine Learning workspaces. Let's begin. Hello all, my name is Abdurrahman and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today in this video, we are going to create Azure Machine Learning workspaces. First of all guys, before starting off, I want to talk about what is Azure. Now if I talk about Azure, then Azure is a cloud computing platform provided by the Microsoft that offers a wide range of services and tools for building, deploying and managing applications services to the internet. It allows individuals and organizations to store and pre-process the data, run virtual machines, build websites and applications and much more. All without the need of premises infrastructure. Now we don't need to build something like a server for our own company like that. So we just have to pay for the Azure, then it's going to provide us the storage place to do that kind of stuff. Now, in simple words, if I talk about Azure, then Azure provides a way for people to access computing resources and services over the internet without having to own or manage the physical hardware themselves. Now we know what is Azure, that kind of stuff. Now, first of all, I wanted to create the Azure Machine Learning workspace. How would you do that? Now, I'm going to open here. Wait, I have opened my browser here that you can see here. Right now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to open here the portal.azure.com. So this is the official website for the Azure. So basically, it's not going to have any other websites. So here right now in the last video, if you remember, we created the resource group and we also created the machine. We also created the storage account. Right now, for using the Azure, we need to pay for that, right? Or if you are studying in some university or if you are studying in some college, what you have to do is we have to give the college or we have to give the college email address. Okay, whatever the college has, whatever the university has given you with the, okay, now it's not going to pay, and then at that time we don't have to pay for the Azure. Okay, but here we can separately pay for the Azure for creating the storage account or for doing that kind of stuff. Okay, now we have another option, that is free trial. Now free trial is not like for 30 days, 7 days or 1 day, 24 hours like that. So it's going to, Microsoft Azure is going to provide us the 15,800 rupees around like that. So it's going to provide us that much credits. Okay, now in the last video I was having some around 15,798, but right now I am having this 799.99. So it's in the working in Azure is pretty much cheap. Okay, now anyhow, let's create Azure Machine Learning workspace. Now in the last video we created a resource group known as test, and we also created a storage account known as 9 storage. Now for creating a Azure Machine Learning workspace, you have to click on the create a resource. Now we should not be confused in the Azure that like what is a resource group or what is a resource. Resource group is like a container where we can separate our files, where we can store the data at a place. Okay, so as I have given the example in the last video of a folder, right? Now here we have the resource is that creating something such as Azure Machine Learning workspace or storage account, etc. So or a server. Now I wanted to create a Azure Machine Learning workspace, right? So for that I'm going to click on create a resource. Now here we have to search for it called as Azure Machine Learning workspace. So for that I'm going to type Machine Learning Azure Machine Learning. Okay, so when I click on Azure Machine Learning, it's going to open something like this page. Machine Learning with Veka Machine Learning, Visual Machine Learning Stack for TensorFlow, Intel NLP workflow for Azure Machine Learning. I wanted to create that on Azure Machine Learning. When I click on Azure Machine Learning, I'm going to get something like this options. Okay, so I wanted to create that, right? So let's click on create. So it's going to create, but here we are going to get some of the options such as free trial, like which type of subscription you want. Right now I'm using my free trial, but if you have paid for the Azure Machine Learning, then you have to click there. Okay, whatever type of subscription you have purchased. Now resource group, which resource group do I have right now? In the last video I just created one resource group, that is test resource group, and workspace details. So as I said that we should use the west us2 region. Now storage account 9 says storage account keyword thing, but I have to create application insights. Now I wanted to click on the workspace name, so I'm going to give the 9 here. Workspace name must okay. I should give something like this. My workspace. Now I'm not going to get any errors. So here we have the keyword also. I have to create the container. I think it's not needed. Next is networking previous. Now I want to just click on the review and create. Now it's going to create a Azure machine learning workspace. So this is how Azure machine learning workspace is going to be created. So what it was doing was that it was verifying that how everything is correct or not. Now here we have the encryption type, which is Microsoft managed keys. I have enabled the HBI flag, yes, it's disabled. I have the identity type system assigned connectivity method, that is enable public access from all of the networks. Now from all of the networks, what does this mean? So if I log in on some other computer with my account, okay, then it's going to open. So this is my account, it's going to look something like this. So here the storage account name is 9 safe storage, and the resource group is test. My and keyword is this one, so it's already created by that one. So container registry, so it's depending on you that whether you want to create or not. So I'm going to click on the create, and it's going to create here right now. Okay, so let's wait for some time. So it's verifying that everything is fine or not. So it's deploying there, so it's sending all of this stuff information to the server. So let's wait for some time, and it's showing me that deployment is in progress. Now if you are using here the free trial, then what happens is, yeah, your credits may be cutting here. For example, as you can see in the last video, what I have done is my credits were remaining around 15,800 credits I was having from the Azure. But here when I created the resource group storage account, then it just took around 1 rupees. Now here this 15,799.9, so it's going to be around $180 maybe approximately. So I don't know the exact answer. So its deployment is in progress right now. Let's wait for some time. Now what we can, so we can also cancel this one right now. So now it's creating, right? So after creating, I can also delete that, and I can also recreate it, and I can also cancel when it is deploying, when it is creating. Okay, now here what I can do is I can go to the home, and then I'm going to get here the notification that deployment has been successfully go. Now I'm getting the option for upgrade to pay as you go, a subscription. I don't want to pay, so let's wait for some time. Now as you can see here guys on the screen, that here my deployment is successfully completed. Now here what I have done is I have just paused the video because deployment was taking a pretty much time. So that's why I paused the video, and in between I deleted my workspace which I created just before for some reason, and then I recreated that one. So you don't need to do that because you are not going to get any errors, you are not going to get any problems. So here anyhow we have created the Azure machine learning workspace. Right now how do we use that? So we know that how to use the storage account, how to upload files, that kind of stuff. But how do we use the Azure machine learning workspace that we created, right? So let's go on my workspace that we have created. On the home page you are going to get that, and then after opening that you are going to get something like this page, like the resource group in which you have created. You have the location, subscription. My subscription is free trial, and I'm going to work with Azure your models in Azure machine learning studio. Now where do we actually write the code, where do we actually use the Azure in the Azure machine learning workspace, right? So we are going to use that in the launch, we are going to use that in the studio. So after clicking on my workspace, you are going to get something option called as launch the studio. So it's going to open a new page where we'll be opening its studio. Okay, now here, so here we have that kind of stuff right now. After clicking on my launch studio, I am getting this page. Right now what I have to do is I have to create a notebook. But before that, I wanted to explore. I wanted to show all of those stuff that whatever are there on this studio page. Okay, I can rename my workspace name. Okay, so here my workspace name is my workspace. I can rename it if I want. So here right now, as you can see, I can upload my files. I can use here the notebooks. We can use here the designer. So we'll be working with these options after some time. But first of all, let's explore. We have the notebooks, automated ML, designer, data, jobs, components, pipelines, environments, model. Now here, if you see in the left, we have a panel called, we have the authoring, we have the assets. Now we have the manage, where we have the compute, where we will be managing, from where we'll be running our code. Okay, so here we also have the authoring, assets, where we'll be storing our data, like our pipelines, our environment, our models that we created, our endpoints, our components, our data, all of those kind of stuff. So here there will be notebooks where we can actually write the code, and here we have the compute where we have to create a new compute. So I'm not going to do that. So okay, let's come back to our workspace default directory, which is, I want to go to the workspaces, or I want to go where I was previously. Okay, now home. Yeah, so this is going to open something like this page. After scrolling down, I'm getting a lot of options such as build AI solutions with Azure Machine Learning. Yeah, I can do that. We can use here the tutorials. So if you are new to this one, then you are going to get a guide. Yeah, where you can start here the tour. Now here you will be getting some of the notifications. I already opened this one, that's why I'm not getting any notification. So here it's showing just my this workspace, and I'm also logged in with my directory known as 96. Okay, so anyhow guys, that's all for this video, and thank you all for watching this video, and I will see you all in another tutorial. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.